Hey guys, Minsi here. I'm out here in the mangroves, and in this video I'm going to see how I can survive with only the items that are packed into this little tiny first aid kit. There's not too many things in there, so I'm going to have to get creative. I've got no food, no shelter, no sleeping bag, so let's see how I do. Dennis. Wow, look at this one. There's another one. Ow. Oh. The tide's coming in. I'm trying to find a good camping spot that's going to be in the shade for most of the day, not too far away from the water and not too much in the wind, although that wind does feel really nice. I'm very tempted to get into that water right now. It looks so clean. So this is all I've got out here with me. My first aid kit, a bottle that I found, and some fungus. Let's see what's inside. Some bandages, hydrolyte, a syringe, scissors, tweezers, potassium permanganate for wounds, betadine, also for wounds, pick thingy, emergency blanket, one cotton ball, and a tin with some other emergency bits, alcohol wipes, gloves, band-aids, and a poncho. So these are all the supplies that I've got to survive with. Hopefully I might find some more things on the beach or when I go for a wander in the mangroves. More cotton balls. So my main concern out here is water because it is really hot. So I've got my poncho and a tin here, and I'm going to try and make a solar still in the sand. I'm going to put that there. So when the drops form, hopefully they'll fall down into the tin. Right, let that sit for a while. See how much water that yields, if any. Needs to go to that there. It's coming together. Quite a few holes in there, but once I put some palm leaves and things on top, I think it should be pretty nice. Should give me some shade for the afternoon too. Already got some condensation in there. A little bit of water. Nice. Gonna go do some scavenging. See if I can find any tools or food that can be useful. I found this rinky-dink coconut. but it seems a bit brittle and probably there's absolutely nothing inside of this. But anyway, could be useful. Some rocks. There's even an oyster shell here. Well, I've got this one, which is pretty sharp, especially on the pointy bit. I'm trying to get to the other side of these mangroves, see if I can find anything else. Score! Sprouting. Let's see how many soldier crabs I can grab. Oh, they're escaping! I got like 8. Oh, that one's trying to get me. That's a dark one. See ya! I got none left now. Well, this is where I've come out. I was trying to get to the other side, but the tide's still too high and it's going out really fast, so. I'm not in crop country anymore. There's something in the water there, splashing. I spotted a mud crab. I'm gonna try and grab him. Here he goes. Oh no! He got away. I'm gonna have to try and find another one. I found a little one. Oh, he's trying to hide. Oh. Oh, there's a crab. Beautiful colour. In a survival situation, this would be a good little snack. I got one! I got him onto the land. Alright, I'm gonna let it go now. Oh. There you go. So I'm starting to think about some things that I can eat and forage. It's called sea asparagus. You can eat it, it's very salty. It's pandanus, one of my favourite trees. So I cut this piece off because someone had already cut this root. But if you want really long rope, I've got the hiccups. If you want really long ropes, this is what you go for, because some of the roots are quite long. It's got a really earthy smell. You can use that as rope. It works a lot better when it's dried out, but it doesn't take very long to dry. So you can eat the stems from the pandanus tree. I was just wondering if you can actually eat this stuff, because it does smell quite starchy, but I don't think you're meant to. I'm going to try it anyway and see what it tastes like. It's pretty salty, but it doesn't taste bad. Some baby... I need to use my shirt, baby. Some baby pandanus here. You can eat the hearts of them. I'm going to try and pull it out without getting stabbed. It's got the white part. sand mixed up in there. This is the best tasting thing I can find around here. Ooh, there's water in there. Grab some of those for later before I walk all over them. It's a bit of a snake track here. So these stems are too hard to cut through with my scissors on their own, but I worked out if I bend them first and break the fibres, then I can cut through them with the scissors. But I have to be careful because they're really spiky. I was just looking up into the sky and I saw this predator bird with a snake hanging from its claws. I was like, where's the GoPro? I wish I could have shown you. It was really cool, and there was another bird chasing it as well. I don't know how they know which snakes are venomous and which ones aren't. Okay, so as usual, the back of the shelter is looking a lot nicer than the front. Got some good coverage with the cabbage tree palms. Cabbage? There's all bindies in my socks. They're really spiky. It's opening at the top. It's not even opening where I'm hitting it. Ooh, it's black. Special edition coconut, not white. Well, that one's not going to make even a very good pop because it's just got a hole in the big end that I opened. This one's got a little sprout, so this could be a bit more interesting. God damn it. Danger. You can already see the roots going around the outside of the nut. I don't have very high hopes for this one either because this looks like it's been doing this thing for a while now. I'm interested to see what it looks like inside. Ooh, it's cracking. Take his hat off. Wow. It does actually still have some flesh inside, but it's like a really thin layer of flesh. And then there's the sprout inside there. Wow. It's warm. Alright, I got a little cup. I'm gonna go replace my tin so I can use my tin from my solar still. Well, there's no more sun on my solar still, so I'm not going to replace that. Maybe tomorrow I can use a coconut. Look how much water you can see on there. Get all those last few drops out. Not bad. I don't know if you can see it now. I'm going to have to pick the camera up. Ta-da! It does have a little bit of sand in there, but not too much. It's homemade water. Ooh, it has a real earthy flavour, but it's not bad either. Interesting. I'm really surprised how much this one generated. I feel like it's so easy, you don't have to do anything. If I use the whole poncho, I might almost have a whole cup of water. Alright, well I've got some food, some water. Now I have to prepare a fire. So I've got a bunch of different kinds of tinder here. I've got the pandanus that I collected earlier and left out in the sun to dry, coconut husk, and then from my first aid kit, alcohol wipes and cotton balls. And then to start the fire, I've got electrolyte tablets and potassium permanganate. So for this fire starting method, I do need some friction to be able to start it. So I've got these 2 bits of coconut. I'm going to try that out first and see if it works. Okay, coconut was a no-go, so changing over to bark. Oh, I can see little red sparks there. Yes. Ooh. Jeez. In the fire. That alcohol wipe's a bit of a lifesaver. Look, the potassium's still going. I put a lot of it on there. Took a few goes, but got there in the end. I'm thankful for that alcohol wipe because that pandanus really wasn't taking. Sea soup. It's going to be a very salty meal. Let's try some of this sea asparagus. Definitely tastes better cooked than it did when I tried it raw. It's actually not bad. I'm very surprised because the beach bananas are not a favourite. Maybe they taste better cooked too. Maybe I should try that. Still a bit too powdery for me, but the asparagus is a nice surprise. It's the golden fruit. Magical inside the coconut. Look how white and fluffy it is inside. It makes such a satisfying noise too when you break it. Full of water as well when you start chewing on it, like a little liquid burst in your mouth. What a treat. Right, so I'm gonna reuse this poncho because it's not really much use to me in the night for a solar still when there's no sun. And I'm going to try and catch some dew. I think that should be a good spot. Any condensation that comes from these leaves in the morning should drip down there. We'll see how that goes. I was going to string up the poncho with the bandages that I just cut up, but it's a bit too windy, so I think this is going to be better. So this is my fungi that I collected. I'm going to try and just get it to start smouldering a bit because I don't want to have to worry about restarting my fire in the morning. So if this one can get smouldering, it should last hopefully until the morning. My first aid kit is going in here and that's going to be my pillow. And for a blanket, I've got my emergency blanket that I'm sure is going to be super loud all night. So I don't think I'm going to get a very good sleep, but it's better than nothing. not too bad. I don't have much wind in here. Well, good night. I'll see you in the morning and we'll find out if my mushroom is still smouldering. Let's go check my water trap. There's so many leaves in my hair. Well, it's definitely a pretty dry night. There's no like droplets of dew dropping on me in my little shelter, so I'm kind of doubting if there's going to be any water in my poncho over here. Bow, bow. Not even one drop on there. Oh well, I tried. Oh, there is one drop. I wonder if that's actually from condensation or if there's a bird peeing on my thingy. Well, this is all that's remaining from my fungi fire ember. My alcohol wipe's not taking. Oh, there it goes. Get in there. Stressful. Reckon there's a big crab in there. Let's put the stick in and see. Oh! There he is! Oh, that's not a crab. That's a toad! There's a toad in the hole! Sorry. There is Mr. Toad. What's that? Isn't there a breakfast called like frog in a hole or toad in a hole or something? Another coconut. That one's had a crab eating out of it, I think. There's some nice green sea asparagus down there. Some pretty chunky ones here. Can see the salt on the bits that are sticking out, or is that sand? All right, well, all the items in my first aid kit have come in really handy, so always have a fully stocked first aid kit. You never know, it can come in handy. It's really challenging to walk here because of how far your feet sink in. Ooh. He doesn't want to go on my fingers. Ooh, it looks so blue. Ooh, we've got bubbly water again. Oh, this water is so nice and clear. made it back just in time. My bag's about to get enveloped by the water. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. If you want to see me on your screen again, subscribe and don't forget to turn on your notifications. And if you want to see my behind the scenes footage, check out the link in the description. I'll see you next time.